What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? Hyper Chaotic here with a K double R. To those of you on YouTube, thank you for coming. For those of you on BitChute, thank you for watching. If you came here from TikTok and you already have an idea what this is going to be about, skip to this timestamp here to get straight to the actual topic of the video. As for those who have just stumbled onto this video, this is not meant to be for entertainment. This is meant to be informative. Now, the issue at hand that I will be talking about in this video itself will not be what I will be informing people on. I will be informing people on the TikTok algorithm. Yes, the TikTok algorithm. Why? Because this is supposed to be a video discussing on how and kind of why the TikTok algorithm works the way it does, which is very similar to YouTube's algorithm, but on steroids, as I've been saying multiple times on my TikTok. And pretty much getting into the discussion as to why it's best to keep reposting and mentioning the issue at hand to keep a light, on the subject. Because once the internet stops talking about a certain topic, it forgets. People talk a lot of shit about how, the internet doesn't forgive. The internet doesn't forget. No. The internet doesn't forgive and forget when it doesn't want to forgive and forget something. Even when it probably should. Like a creator just making a stupid mistake. But certain issues like this should not just be forgotten or forgiven. We need to keep talking about it. We need to keep posting about it. We didn't do the same for certain other issues. Let's keep it going for this one. Now, for those of you who don't know, what issue am I talking about? The issue going on in Palestine, in the Gaza Strip. Now, if you're here to talk a lot of shit about, what about Hamas? What about Hamas? Leave. Just leave. If you're not going to bother to do the research yourself and properly inform yourself, or actually have a proper and unbiased discussion here, do not waste my time. If you're an Israeli supporter, an IDF terrorist supporter, get the fuck off of my channel. Get the fuck off of my video. Do not bother wasting your time and your energy posting a comment. You are not allowed freedom of speech in my comment section. Let me make that very fucking clear. With that said, with the whole issue going on in Israel for decades, and I do mean decades, Israel has been trying to take over Palestine. And for the most part, with the exception of 3 specific areas, one of them being the Gaza Strip, they for the most part have been succeeding. However, even though they have been winning their battles up to this point, they are finally starting to get on a losing streak. Now, I don't mean the actual physical battles, but more so on the information front and media fronts. They are in a losing battle. And we need to make sure that keeps happening. We got to make sure they keep losing the media battle. Because hopefully, the more they keep losing the media battle, they'll get closer to losing connections with other countries helping them out, connections to resources, and leading them to losing some actual battles that they deserve to lose because they do not belong there. And they want to proclaim that it's their land and ignoring the actual history of their own people when it comes to that land. One of them constant references at the time when they were around the area when Jesus was supposedly born. When the Romans were ruling over Palestine. Yeah, a lot of you talking about, we're white Jewish descendants of the people who were here in Palestine back in Roman times. Well, yeah, that's because they're part Roman and part Palestinian, most likely. If you're in any way, form, or fashion, actually descendants of people from that area. You are descendants of Romans and Palestinians who are Jewish. That doesn't mean you have the right to fucking land over there. Doesn't mean shit. Learn your own fucking history, you brain dead fucking moron. And you're straight up just trying to commit a genocide over there. They want to create a Zionist state. What is Zionism, you may ask? It's literally the Nazi rhetoric, but for Jews. They want a completely ethnically and religious Zionist state. They don't want anybody who's not ethnically Jewish and religiously Jewish in Israel whatsoever. It doesn't matter if you're genetically Jewish, if you have white skin, if you're a Christian, they want you to fuck out. If you're against Zionism, they want you to get the fuck out. And if you're against Zionism, they're saying stupid bullshit like that it's considered anti-Semitic. No, the fuck it isn't. No, the fuck it isn't. Because Zionism is not a religion. It's an ideology. You cannot be racist or anti-Semitic against an ideology. Zionists are just Nazis reincarnated. Zionism is literally Nazism for the fucking Jews of all people. This apartheid needs to end. And the U.S. needs to stop supporting terrorists. At this point, I don't know. If we get to the point of World War III and another country does try to find an excuse to come in and attack America, I won't even care. I honestly hope they go and try to bomb the White House, since they want to keep playing fucking games over there. Oh, you're just a Trump supporter. I don't give a fuck if you're conservative, liberal, Democrat, Republican. This ain't about politics. This is about some evil fucking people just doing some fucked up shit for their own personal gain. I don't give a fuck if it was Trump, Biden, or any other person in office right now. If this was Bernie Sanders doing this fucked up shit supporting Israel, I tell that scrotum motherfucker that he needs to get the fuck out of office too. And I would definitely be saying the same thing, that if he was playing fucking games, that he would need to stop playing fucking games. But it's not Bernie the scrotum. It's Biden the scrotum in office. And he needs to stop playing fucking games. And the same goes for the rest of Congress. At this point, I really do hope some people go and attack Congress this time. And I really do hope they do kill some congressmen and women in the process. And then we could use them as an example that if they keep playing with the fucking American people's lives again, that shit will happen. Because at this point, I for one am definitely getting tired of them playing fucking games. With that said, that's the best rundown I can give you on the whole situation in Palestine and the apartheid. If you need any more information, please, I recommend you do the research yourself. I am not the best person to come to when it comes to regurgitating information. Also, if you need to see any evidence of what's going on in Palestine, hop onto TikTok, hop onto Twitter, try looking it up on YouTube, or DuckDuckGo. If you try to look it up on Google or Facebook, you're wasting your time. They're purposely trying to delete that shit or hide that shit. But it ain't working too well. Now let's not let them. Keep posting about it, keep reposting about it, keep talking about it. We gotta end this apartheid in Palestine. And U.S. needs to stop playing fucking games and stop supporting them. And worry about their own bullshit over here. Or at the very least, if there's anybody they should be helping, it should be the fucking Palestinians. Not IDF terrorists. And one last time to anybody who supports Israel or doesn't want to bother to do the fucking research, get the fuck off of my video and off my channel. I will not allow you any form of freedom of speech whatsoever in my comment section. The second I see you posting some stupid shit in my comment section, it's gone. That's it. That's all. With that said, we're going to go ahead and get into the actual topic of the video now that you guys have a better understanding. And if you do not wish to stick around after the end of this video, that's fine. It's not about entertainment. It's not about me getting views. This is about me sending a message out there. I just want my message to get out there. I'll worry about views on my actual entertainment content later on in the future. Right now, all that matters is people notice this message. And I will definitely be grateful if all of you out there can spread this around. Okay? With that said, let's get into the topic. Thank you all so much for giving me the time of day. I gotta go take care of my dog. Yeah. Thank you all so much for the time of day. Let's get into it. What is going on, people off TikTok? I said in the last TikTok video that I was going to do a video on how the algorithm pushes, how and why the algorithm keeps pushing certain stuff through the algorithm, and why if you keep posting about the situation in Palestine, it's going to keep flowing through the algorithm. Now, I want to make this very clear to anybody watching the first part of this. The full video will already be available on YouTube and BitChute. If you do not have access to those platforms or do not wish to support those platforms, just give it some time till I post the other parts. But the full video will be on those two platforms. With that said, let's go ahead and get into the topic. And again, shout out to anybody not from TikTok who stumbled onto this on YouTube and BitChute. Please pay attention carefully. Um, Now, something I want to start off with is I have said multiple times in some of my past TikTok videos about how the TikTok algorithm, in many ways, is so similar to the YouTube algorithm, just on steroids. The reason why I say that is with YouTube's algorithm, it's all tag and term based. Not to mention everybody's going to have their own personal algorithm. However, when it comes to any content you watch, whether it be once, twice, or a few times, and you notice it keeps getting recommended on your homepage, um, the algorithm's always going to continue to look for something new for you to watch, so you keep on watching and flowing throughout the website. So if you click on a video with any certain tag or detail or topic, and YouTube, and the same thing goes for TikTok, keeps recommending you videos of a similar type or stature, even if you did not enjoy the video at all, is going to recommend it to you just for the fact that you actually watched the video to the point where it would count as a view. Because now this goes for both TikTok, they both have a set time which a view counts on a video. What it is for YouTube, I can't remember exactly. I think it's just one set time period, unless you only upload like real short videos. But in the case of TikTok, since it's nothing but short content, quick, short, consumable content, it definitely is in a lower bracket. For example, I'd imagine anywhere from 5 to 10 seconds, it would count as a view from 5 to 10 seconds. Anything up to a minute would probably require you to at least watch half the video, maybe almost up to a whole video for it to count as a view. It really depends on how they really, just on how they program the algorithm when it comes to views. But regardless, if you view content or interact with it in any way, form, or fashion, it does not matter if you actually didn't enjoy it. If you comment on it, if you've rated it. Now you can only rate it with a like on TikTok, but on YouTube, if you dislike a video on a specific certain topic, or even with specific creators that's constantly getting pushed by YouTube and the algorithm, you're gonna be recommended that type of content or that specific person's content more and more and more. even more so on TikTok. TikTok, especially more than anything, you just watch a video for a little bit, it's gonna start recommending. Like I said, if you so much as get to the point where it counts as a view, it's gonna keep recommending it to you. And if you accidentally let a video or purposely let a video play multiple times because you did enjoy it and you're watching it again, or if you're just watching it again to make sure you understood something properly or to get more some proper context, it's to the view count itself of total views. It's not gonna count it as another view as far as I know of for the video in of itself. But it's gonna count the fact that you did watch it, you did view it more than once. And if you view a video more than once, even though again it's not counted as multiple views to the total amount of views, it still counts as multiple views by you. Because there are multiple views by you of this specific content under this specific hashtag or made by this specific creator, the algorithm's going to start pushing it a little bit more to you to see if you keep watching it or interacting it or even just accidentally letting it watch. Obviously, of course, unless you keep passing it and scrolling past by it. Now, if you just keep scrolling past by it, it's going to keep recommending it to you a few times until you watch it. And again, if you do watch it or interact, it's going to continue on to push it to you. But if you just keep ignoring, eventually the algorithm's going to get the hint. Okay, you're clearly not interested. They start recommending you more content, but still maybe with a similar topic or hashtag. Now, I understand there is a not interested button that you can press, so you can get it straight to the uh, get the point straight to the algorithm itself even faster and even more clear. Hey, I'm very much not interested in this content. Can you please stop recommending it to me? Now, it's not going to automatically assume that you do not like the creator. It's going to automatically assume you probably do not like the specific content under the specific topic or hashtag. So, it may not recommend you topics or videos under that topic or hashtag again for a while or at all even, but it might continue to recommend you that said creator if they do talk about other stuff or do other stuff on their channels. Again, TikTok channels are called, well, channels, right? Well, I'm going to call it a channel from here on out. So if you've ever pressed it, not interested on a video multiple times, and you keep getting a certain creator shown to you, that is why. It's faster and is more clear to the algorithm versus just ignoring it. But again, it's not just going just specifically based off, oh, this specific content or oh, this specific content creator always. It's trying to pay attention to other details, especially if it's trying to pay attention to the very first one or last one that got you that got caught your interest in the first place. The algorithm wants to do it again. It wants to do what it did last time that got you to impulsively interact with the video. Whether it was an instant like, whether you went straight to the comments and started replying, reading and liking comments, replying to comments. It noticed that, especially the sooner you get into interacting in a video, it's going to notice that. Thus, it's going to show you videos of that exact stature more and more and more. All right. I hope you are all sticking with me up to this point. 8 minutes. It's going to be a while for me to post this all to TikTok. So the more and more and more you're impulsive on a specific content or creators' content, it's going to start to show them more or show content under a hashtag or topic even more. Now, what about the videos that do not contain a hashtag, you might ask? Might not even contain a title. See, TikTok has some sort of algorithm based around the stitches and whatnot. But something about this algorithm is also paying attention to the actions within the video in of itself, such as talking. It may understand certain verbal words. So if you're talking about a certain topic or subject that is not hashtagged or titled, in your TikTok, then it might recognize it and might stick it in a certain bracket of hashtags or topics of hashtags. So whenever you watch something similar, let's say for example, well, since it's Pride Month, let's say I do a video on Pride Month, okay? I don't put in a title or a hashtag, hashtag Pride Month, or I don't say, Happy Pride Month, everybody, but I talk about Pride Month in a video. I mention Pride Month in a video. I mean, hell, if you're watching this right now, if you're watching this part on TikTok, because you're just watching videos related to Pride Month and you do not see a hashtag or Pride Month anywhere in the title, which I'm going to do on purpose, let me know. Let me know, because then that just proves me right that you are seeing this video, that you're able to see this content. Just because, since I just said the one term Pride Month alone, without it being part of the hashtag or title, the algorithm decided to show you it because A, it recognizes me verbally saying Pride Month. It recognizes it as a trend or a topic or a hashtag, or whatever you want to call it. Technically, all three is going to show it to you. It's going to push it to you because it knows that you're interacting with that type of topic content. You're clicking or not. Well, maybe if you're visiting the person's page, but you're interacting with that content, you're checking out other hashtags related to that topic or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean. You're checking out videos under that exact hashtag, and even though again my video may not show up under that hashtag, it just throws it in that group automatically. Why? Because again, I'm saying Pride Month, so the algorithm's gonna verbally recognize that. I've also been noticing, mainly with a lot of the sword TikToks out there, well, on TikTok, that it definitely also has physical action based recognition as well. See, because there have been a lot of TikToks out there, sword TikToks, combat TikToks, that are getting banned if they talk about a certain weapon or combat with certain weapons. And usually most videos, even with the weapon in a video, will go just fine. But the second the algorithm recognizes that said weapons are being pointed at a camera, those people get the video tagged or flagged, I mean, for breaking community guidelines, specifically harassment and bullying, which doesn't make any sense because it just doesn't fit the context. But the algorithm doesn't seem to understand or know the difference. It just sees, oh, weapon pointing at camera, weapon pointed at viewers. That could be you. For all the algorithm knows, you're threatening violence on the viewers who are watching this. Now, again, I just said, it does recognize certain uh, verbal words, verbal topics, but it doesn't always properly understand context. So it may understand, okay, sword, combat, okay, that's fine. Then, with the visual part of the algorithm, sword or whatever weapon points at camera. Oh, wait, hold up, sword, combat. Now, sword pointed at camera. Oh, you're making threats. Strike. The algorithm is not the best with context. It just goes for what it recognizes. That is it, and that is all. It goes mainly based off of human emotion and impulse, without properly understanding the human emotion and impulse. If that makes any sense. For example, like I said, going back to Pride Month, people who talk about Pride Month, they might feel wholesome when people talk about it, and shed light on it. People might feel angry if they're not happy with that type of stuff. Um, or Pride, as suggested, Pride Month. Um, so whatever your emotional reaction and impulse may be, all the algorithm recognizes is that you had an emotional impulse. It may not exactly understand which emotional impulse it is. It may not exactly understand what the emotional impulse is and how it affects you. It just knows you had an emotional impulse, you reacted with a video, thus I should show you this video more. Or, oh, in certain cases you have a certain reaction with a certain, well, action of a content creator within the video, then that person should be flagged, assuming it just doesn't react to the action itself. Like I said, seeing a sword or a weapon being pointed at the camera and flagging it, even though said person is discussing combat and the history of said combat. Now, what does any of this have to do with the situation going on in Palestine? How does this have anything to do with pushing content related to Palestine, to keeping it flowing into the algorithm? As I said before, emotional impulses. People are going to be disgusted, angry, furious, dumbfounded by the shit going on in Palestine and the absolute apartheid going on over there, and the IDF trying to act like they're the fucking victims when they're the fucking terrorists. So people are going to react. They're gonna like the video, so it gets pushed in the algorithm and people see it more. And to support the video, they're gonna comment and probably give their opinion and emotions, like, "Oh, my heart goes out to them. Oh, this breaks my heart. Oh, this absolutely is upsetting," or just "Free Palestine," or even just adding an emoji like a heart, like maybe as in "My heart goes out to y'all out there." And then of course we got the share feature. Doesn't really matter where you share it. I mean, TikTok looks at everything you do on your other devices anyways and who you're posting it to. Oh, but we only do it if you ask permission. Yeah, you only look at our contacts if you ask for permission, but you're looking at our other social medias without permission. You're looking at my other devices without my permission, just because my Google account is logged into my PC, but at the same time used on my fucking TikTok. Fuck you, TikTok. Fuck you. Nevertheless, that's what it all has to do. We keep pushing it. We keep talking about it, and because of that and the fact that we keep using certain hashtags such as hashtag Palestine, hashtag Free Palestine, hashtag Israel apartheid, Israeli terrorism, ML, MLP, PLP. I'm sorry, not MLM and PLM. Sorry, I had those mixed up. MLM and PLM. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Or even just the full phrase hashtag Palestinian or Muslim lives matter. It's gonna keep pushing it. It's going to keep showing people it because it recognizes it as a trend. Now, before people get upset with me or decide to start bitching in the comment section, please stick with me and pay attention to what I'm about to say. In no way, form, or fashion am I trying to say that hashtag Free Palestine is a trend, or in no way, form, or fashion should people get on that just for the sake of gaining fucking clout. If you do, you're a jackass. I'm just simply stating what the algorithm may see, what the algorithm may recognize it as. And in the eyes of the algorithm, in the mind of the algorithm, these hashtags are nothing but trends. They're not trends to us. This is a serious situation that people want to shed a light on. And the best way to do it to get it flowing is to use these certain hashtags that people will recognize, that people will use, as well as, of course, interacting with the videos, which pushes it more and more and more. Even if you just watch it, it's going to continue on to show you or somebody else because it's like, okay, again, you're you reacted to this video that just happens to be under the hashtag Palestine, Free Palestine, PLM. So we're gonna keep showing it to you and push it to others who are doing the same thing. Especially if they have liked many videos before, especially if they're very popular already. So And that's another thing. People keep saying, keep posting, keep reposting, keep talking about it, even if you don't get no views. And some may think, okay, well, if there's a chance it's not going to get any views, then what's the point of posting? Why would I even post it then if the message is not going to be heard, if my video is not going to be seen? Now, sure, your specific voice might not be heard, your specific video might not be seen. It doesn't mean the message in of itself is not being heard, is not being seen by those who are already have their videos done pushed through the algorithm, that already done have thousands of views and likes and comments under the same hashtag. And because it's already a more popular video and your video may be barely picking up and barely has any followers as is, it may not even bother pushing your video because, well, not a lot of people are interested in your video, so we're probably not going to keep pushing it that much. But seeing as you, ooh, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, I knocked something over. But seeing as you put it underneath the hashtag Free Palestine, hashtag Palestine, we're going to keep pushing stuff underneath that hashtag, underneath that trend. Again, we're talking about in the sense of just, trend as in what's trending, what's hot, what's popular on the app and flowing through the algorithm. I'm not calling the whole apartheid a trend. It's not a trend. I'm just saying what the algorithm recognizes every time we post a hashtag that's constantly used and used and used over and over and over again. It recognizes it as an ongoing trend. And because this ongoing trend keeps happening, keeps being talked about, keeps being mentioned, posted about, hashtagged, it's going to keep trending. It's going to keep flowing through the algorithm. The algorithm's going to keep pushing it. People are going to keep mentioning it. Now, at one point in time, TikTok did try to take a lot of that stuff down, but they can only do so much for so long because too much censorship will keep people from posting, and too little posting will keep people from actually watching. So they don't want to do that too much. That'll piss people off. And they can't exactly completely delete a hashtag or ban a hashtag without people noticing and getting upset because it just wouldn't make any sense. And they want people to stay for as long as possible and keep on watching and watching and watching. Because even if they're not making money with people clicking or seeing ads, they still make money getting our data, no matter what. So they're going to want you on the app as long as possible, especially if you keep interacting about stuff that may personally pertain to you because it's getting more data on you. That's why it recommends you specific stuff on your account. And when you sign into a different account, you may get different results. You got a personal algorithm to a degree, and you can get a personal algorithm for more than one account. And actually either be the exact same depending on how you go about it on both algorithms or completely different. But at the end of the day, it's going to be connected to whatever you're looking for, whatever you're watching, whatever you're interacting to, because that's the data that it recognizes that you have fed it. Now, in no way, form, or fashion am I a program developer. I should have made that very clear at the beginning, but I want to make this very clear. I'm not a software or programmer, developer, or anything like that. I don't even think I deserve to call myself an armchair developer. I'm just trying to do my best to pay attention to the algorithm or any algorithm in general so I can use it to my advantage. Mostly as a viewer than a content creator because that gets a bit more complicated. And again, that's a matter of getting an impulsive reaction from people, which if I really wanted to, I can, just not in the ways I want to, in the sense of still enjoying the content I want to make. So I'm not really doing the best in the creator side of manipulating the algorithm in my favor, but you best believe as a viewer, I can manipulate the shit out of my personal algorithm. I can confuse all of my data and maybe make the algorithm be like, "What the fuck? You're a completely different person. Who are you?" Whatever. Here's this new content not related to before topics. I'm not sure where you came from, but whatever. You're signed in. You did not, get upset and see it as um, stranger activity or whatever, or like somebody hacking into your account. I guess you're just into new content, whatever. So, people, you can manipulate the algorithm. That's one of the reasons why TikTok is doing a lot of weird bullshit that they're doing, like getting rid of written appeals and whatnot. The algorithm, it, it, TikTok's algorithm, if they really wanted to, they can get it better at recognizing context, but they don't want to do that. For whatever reason, I do not know. But again, I just mentioned how easily people, regular users on the app, regular creators, as they really want to, can manipulate the algorithm for themselves personally. And the same for viewers. Just regular viewers, to a degree, can manipulate the algorithm if we really want to. So if it's so easy for us to manipulate the algorithm in our favors, isn't it any wonder why they're doing some of this weird bullshit so that the algorithm doesn't keep learning more in our favor rather than in their favor? That's why they're trying to do some of the bullshit they're doing. But it ain't working because, like I said, people have been manipulating the algorithm in ways they probably didn't even realize it because they're trying to do less of manipulating the algorithm itself and more so emotional manipulation of those watching their content. And see, ladies and gentlemen, that is how you manipulates algorithms on websites, specifically social medias and content websites. If you can emotionally target and manipulate the audience on a website, you can manipulate the algorithm. Because again, the only thing the algorithm pays attention to is us, is you, your impulses, your emotional reactions and decisions that you act on, that I act on. It pays attention to every single little movement. It takes into consideration every little bit of data. And because of that, sometimes it can be easy to manipulate it. Just like it's easy to manipulate somebody with a simple insult or lie or just saying something on a TikTok, then they go saying some stupid shit in the comments section, making themselves look stupid because they didn't pay attention to the actual video before they went interacting and commenting in the comment section. And now they're also getting recommended that video because, or not the video, but that person's content or the creator themselves because they interacted with the video, because they were emotionally impulsive. And the algorithm recognized that. If you can emotionally manipulate people on social media, on platforms like TikTok and YouTube, and sometimes even Instagram and Twitter, you manipulate the algorithm. And there are plenty of people out there who've been doing this since forever. They just didn't know that they were also manipulating the algorithm in the process of emotionally manipulating the people. Now, that's not to say there are too many manipulators on the app. Technically, depending on how you do it, anybody, and I mean anybody, me included, can emotionally manipulate. Technically, it just depends on whether you, the person being emotionally manipulated, allow said person to emotionally manipulate you, assuming you know they're emotionally manipulating you. If you don't, you're most likely going to fall for it. Like certain creators on the platform, I can't remember this one chick. People have been calling her out for a lot of shit she's been saying when it comes to the whole gender war on TikTok, and a lot of people are calling her out for playing both sides. You know, talking shit about women on one TikTok, then talking shit about men on another TikTok, playing both sides, getting people to react impulsively, emotionally manipulating them so they keep replying, talking in the comments, reacting to her videos, thus pushing her through the algorithm, thus getting her videos noticed more, stitched more, duet more, commented on more, liked more, watched and viewed more. She emotionally manipulated people, and in the process, she manipulated the algorithm. Because wherever the impulsive people go, the algorithm will follow. And yet she manipulated it too much to the point where everybody is able to see what she's doing and see both sides. And now they're trying to use her same, if not similar, emotional manipulative tactics, little do they know, to turn the viewers against her, while in the process getting them noticed more, as they essentially use her as a hashtag, a topic, a trend, if you will. And yet, here we are. People still talking about the situation in Palestine, posting about it, talking about it, showing physical evidence sometimes, using specific hashtags and brand new ones too that are picking up uh, steam, picking up traction as people notice certain hashtags and use them, or even think of them themselves and realize, oh, this hashtag has been used. Well, still, let's use it. Now people will be more likely to see it because it's actually a usable hashtag. It's a hashtag that actually has views to it. Which, remember, people, when you choose a specific hashtag, you can see the type, the number of views it tends to get a lot, and how often it's used. So here we are. Why is it so important that we keep talking about it? That should be obvious. It's some fucked up shit going on over there. But how and why does posting about it help it out? We keep shedding light on the subject. And every time some new fucked up shit happens, showing us it has yet to end, we keep mentioning it and talking about it. Because we're not going to stop talking about it until that bullshit, that apartheid going on over there, is over. So, in the eyes of the algorithm, until people are no longer fed up with the bullshit over there in Israel, until the people stop talking about it and interacting and getting emotionally impulsive on said videos, it will stop pushing it as a trend. Until we stop posting about it and talking about it using the hashtags that get people to pay attention, that's when it will stop pushing it as a trend. But until then, keep the trend going. Do not stop talking about it. Do not stop posting or reposting about it everywhere on all social medias. We got so many people's attention now across the world, from America, Canada, Mexico, Japan, across the Middle East and South Asia. Because people keep talking about it, pushing it as a trend through the algorithm. So the algorithm's going to keep pushing it to those. Wherever the impulsive go, the algorithm will follow. Get yourself in that mindset, people. Every time you see something about the situation going on in Palestine or any situation whatsoever, those in Colombia with your SOS, we do hear you. Those in Ethiopia, I forget the name of the people and I do apologize. You guys are having your own little genocide happening to certain people. We hear you, but you got to keep talking about it and using it as a trend. Yes, I know it's not a trend, it's a serious issue, but again, we're talking about what the algorithm recognizes. It recognizes it as a trend because people keep talking about it. So keep pushing it as a trend. The algorithm will keep pushing it towards people, and then people will keep pushing it towards other people, which will bring the algorithm along with it. And the same goes for those who probably are talking about the situation in Tibet and China and what they're doing to the Tibetans over there. Which, remember, people, China's trying to act like they're on the Palestinian side. Meanwhile, they're committing their own little genocide. Why? Because all of a sudden people forgot about it. So now they're coming in with a new mess like, oh, we love Muslims, so we're going to help the Palestinians out. See, keep saying that so they don't talk about the people in Tibet again. And then people are going to be pushing through the algorithm, hashtag China, yay China for Palestine. Completely forgetting about the shit they're doing. Pushing that trend down in favor of another one. Saying Instead of the algorithm showing you, China's being bad people, doing very bad things, it's, oh, China's on our side now because we're impulsively reacting, emotionally reacting to them being on the side of the Palestinians and forgetting about what they're doing to those in Tibet. I'm going to say it one last time before I end this video. Wherever the emotionally impulsive go, the algorithm will follow. So the more people's attention you get, the more the algorithm will keep pushing it because people keep talking about it. And we can keep shining a light on the subject until the issue, the apartheid, is finally over. And that's why we want to keep it going, people. The best way to pay attention to the algorithm is to pay attention to yourselves and others and how they behave, react, and interact on the platform, or any other platform for that matter of fact. Keep that in mind. With that said, to all of those who probably came here from TikTok, thank you for giving me your time. And this really was just about the issue. So if you never want to come back to my channel again, that is fine. This is not something my YouTube channel or BitChute channel was originally supposed to be about. I just wanted to do this for that explanation and to help you guys out, pushing, keeping it as a trend through the algorithm. So people can keep noticing this, seeing this, and talking about it. So with that said, to all of those of you watching on TikTok, thank you for your time. To all of those of you watching on YouTube and BitChute, thank you for your time. Please do talk about this and keep the information flowing. Keep it flowing and do not forget. People keep saying that the internet does not forgive or forget. Well, motherfucker, y'all keep forgetting. Don't forget. And don't go forgiving just because all of a sudden we think China's switching sides. No. No. They have their own hidden intentions. Let's not forget about what they did. But again, this is just about the situation. I wanted to give my point of view on the situation and explain that. So again, if y'all don't want to ever see my channel again after this, thank you for your time. I just thought it was very important to hear. Until then, and to those of you on BitChute and YouTube who did enjoy, though, follow me on TikTok, like, subscribe, and all that. But most importantly, just keep the information going. Thank you for your time, BitChute. Thank you for your time, YouTube. Thank you for your time, TikTok. From the river to the sea until Palestine will be free. Take care, y'all. Chaotic out. One more thing before I sign off, people. This is not going to be an official style on how I do things on my channel as far as, well, this recording ratio. I'm just trying to get this out there as soon as possible. I need to get better with my editing, both on TikTok and on PC again. But for now, I'm just trying to do what I can to help out with the whole situation over there, which is just spreading the message. So yeah, this is not going to be an official thing that happens on my channel. Whether or not I might try it again is a different story. But I'm just making this clear. This is not something I usually do, nor am I going to start doing casually. But if I change my mind in the future, who knows?